Sony were one of the first major players to revolutionize the true wireless earbud industry. Their WF-1000XM3 raised the bar for what earbuds could offer, and to this day they remain some of the most technologically advanced earbuds you can buy. But the competition has been catching up. Sony lost their noise-cancelling crown to Bose's quiet comfort earbuds, and the Bowers & Wilkins PI7 that we saw last week are now the best-sounding earbuds you can buy. Sony have just dropped their new WF-1000XM4 earbuds, and with a handful of new features and improvements, will look to reclaim the top spot for true wireless earbuds. So this video will cover everything the new Mark IVs have to offer, how they compare to the rest of the market, and especially to the previous model Mark IIIs. Let's take a look. One of my favourite changes comes before you even open the box, because Sony have drastically cut down on the packaging and use of plastic. They now offer paper packaging, of which 99% is produced using recycled and sustainable materials. We've previously seen companies like Jabra take a step in a more sustainable direction too, but this is a huge leap forward from Sony, who now set an example for other companies to follow. Just compared to the previous model, you can see how wasteful and unnecessary your typical plastic-based packaging can be. So well done Sony for making this positive change and showing us how tech should be packaged. They cut down on the size of the charging case too, which is now 40% smaller than the bulky Mark III case, so the new earbuds are much more compact and portable now. The case has a satisfying magnetic lid that locks open into place, a bright and clear LED for the battery and charging status, and I think this matte textured finish looks and feels really great too. I think the only downgrade with the unboxing is with the accessories, and whilst you still get the same USB-C charging cable and the usual paperwork, you now have fewer options for the ear tips. Gone are the silicone ear tips that you typically get with earbuds, as the Mark IVs now come with Sony's new noise isolation ear tips. The new foam material was selected to maximise the contact area in the ear canal for better sound insulation and noise isolation, but it helps to ensure better grip in the ears too. The earbuds snap into the case securely with strong magnets, and in one of the biggest changes from the previous model, have undergone a complete redesign too. The Mark IIIs are pretty big and bulky earbuds, but the new version have a new ergonomic shape and a 10% reduction in size. They have a similar matte black texture to the charging case, including over the new touchpads, and I think combined with the bronze gold accents, offer a really premium and well-built design. Despite the size reduction to both the case and earbuds, the Mark IVs actually bring an improvement with the battery life, offering up to 12 hours on a single charge, or 8 with ANC, and up to 36 total with the charging case. I couldn't quite reach the claimed 12 hours with my testing at 50% volume, but I was consistently surpassing over 10 hours, which is both very impressive and an improvement from the Mark IIIs. A 5-minute charge will get you 60 minutes of playback, marginally better than before. But the biggest change, and one of the Mark IV's best new features, is that the case now supports wireless charging. This was a major omission from the Mark IIIs, and it's such a convenient feature, so it's great to see this added to the new model. The new ergonomic earbud shape addresses a criticism of the previous model, and is designed to contour to your ears for a more secure fit, in a similar fashion to RHA's True Control earbuds we saw earlier this year. It can take some adjusting to get the earbud securely locked into place in the ear, but once you do, these provide a very secure fit and a big improvement from the previous generation. These still aren't the smallest or lightest earbuds on the market, which you can see aren't especially discreet from the profile view, but I still found them to be reasonably comfortable over long-term use. For me, this was similar to the Mark IIIs, but what has definitely improved is the tight seal formed with the earbuds, which is largely due to the new foam tips. They compress as you place them in your ears, and then expand to seal the ear canal, so the passive noise isolation is greatly improved. This not only helps with the ANC effect, but insulates the sound so you can really hear the bass in your music. I had to switch out to the larger ear tips before I could really hear the deep bass the earbuds offer, and the noise isolation was underwhelming until I did so as well. Sony have now included an optimal ear tip test in the app, which measures the tightness and the sound leakage with each of the ear tips to assess which one will fit you best, so this could be really handy if you're unsure. This more secure fit meant these were a better option to use for workouts, and for me the new earbuds stayed put even during rigorous exercise. But Sony have addressed another drawback of the previous model by adding IPX4 water resistance. This was one of the few but major features missing from the Mark IIIs compared to the competition, so this is perhaps the most important new addition. there was always a risk with the Mark IIIs that they could be damaged by sweat or accidental splashes of water, which even if you avoid using them for workouts is always a concern for an expensive piece of tech. But the Mark IVs eliminate these concerns, and are now much more durable and suitable for exercising. Touch controls return to the Mark IVs, which are very responsive and again need only a gentle tap to trigger them. The control scheme is essentially the same as the Mark IIIs, so you've got a lot of customization options, including volume control and adding the Google Assistant or Alexa, which can now be done without taking away playback controls, so this is a nice improvement. This means you could even have the Google Assistant running on an iPhone instead of Siri, and Android users will be able to take advantage of hands-free Hey Google activation. Each press is accompanied by a gentle but satisfying beep, and if you enable voice prompts, these sound really nice too, which just helps the earbuds to feel like a premium and well-polished device. In-ear detection returns for auto pause and play, as does one of my favourite ever earbud controls, Quick Attention. If you want to quickly hear your surroundings, rather than pausing the music, switching from noise cancelling to ambient mode and then listening, you can instead just tap and hold the left earbud to temporarily lower the volume and turn on the microphones. You can listen to the outside world, and then letting go will resume the original volume and noise cancelling mode. The earbuds borrow a feature from the Mark IV headphones and now offer Speak to Chat, where as you start speaking, the earbuds automatically switch to ambient mode and pause your music. And then they'll automatically switch back once you stop speaking after a specified amount of time that you can choose. Using new bone conduction sensors, the earbuds detect the vibrations in your voice so that the feature is only triggered when you speak, as opposed to someone else nearby. And I have to say that this completely hands-free feature works really well. It's based on the new precise voice pickup technology, which combines the 4-mic setup and new audio signal processing to improve the audio and microphone performance. Phone call quality wasn't amazing with the previous gen Mark IIIs, but the new bone conduction sensors, precise voice pickup and new processing should work together to enable clearer calls. So this is how the Mark IV sound with some heavy traffic passing in the background, and whilst call quality still isn't great with these earbuds, I do think there's a slight improvement from the previous model. Switching over to the Mark IIIs now, hopefully you'll be able to hear that my voice isn't as clear as it was with the new model, and my voice tended to cut in and out during the call more. So phone calls have been improved with the Mark IVs, but I'd still say this remains a weakness for Sony's earbuds. All of this is powered by the new integrated processor V1, which builds on the previous chip and claims to deliver new industry-leading noise cancelling that still uses less power. We've already seen the effect of this with the improved battery life, and though the new system on chip takes the ANC to the next level, I still don't think Sony quite reclaimed the top spot for noise cancelling. You can hear the subtle improvement from the Mark IIIs, which I think is due to a combination of both processor improvements and the new design and isolating ear tips. But if I had to pick an outright winner for pure noise cancelling, then I'd still say that Bose's Quiet Comfort earbuds are yet to be beaten. Bose are just able to suppress slightly more sound, and they do so more effortlessly, whilst Sony's earbuds are very dependent on the fit and the ear tips you use. There's still an elite category for noise cancelling earbuds, to which earbuds from Sony, Bose, Jabra and Apple belong, so you're still getting flagship quality noise cancelling from these Mark IVs, which is a noticeable step up from most of the competition. But as impressive as the ANC is here, it's just not quite good enough to be labelled the best. Equally as impressive is the ambient or transparency mode to let you hear your surroundings, and you can customise the level of amplification from very subtle right up to very clear. I think one of my favourite features of Sony's ANC is not just how powerful it is, but how much customisation you get too. You can save multiple different listening profiles with varying levels of noise cancelling or transparency, and you can even specify whether ambient mode focuses on voices, and now with the Mark IVs, add automatic wind noise reduction with noise cancelling. But with Sony's adaptive sound control, the earbuds can automatically switch between these profiles based on your location or movements. We saw this before with the Mark IIIs, so it's not a new feature, but it's still quite a unique one, and now works much more quickly and accurately thanks to some updates. As an example here, the earbuds can detect that you're sat down and will set the noise cancelling to maximum to help you focus. But if you get up and start walking, they'll detect this change of motion and turn on ambient mode so you can safely be aware of your surroundings. And again, you can personalise how the listening mode changes depending on your environment or activity. The companion app is a class leader for being incredibly feature-rich, and it lets you tailor the experience to your preference, with toggles for speak to chat, in-ear detection, and also choosing which ANC modes are cycled between on the earbuds, which is new to the Mark IVs. There are audio options here too, such as Sony's immersive 360-degree reality audio experience, though this does require a paid subscription to specific services like Tidal or Deezer. What's more interesting to me is this wide selection of equalizers, with the option to save multiple custom EQs as well to fine-tune the sound to your preference. An improved version of Sony's digital sound enhancement engine returns too, which now uses Edge AI for more accurate upscaling of your compressed audio files, just like the Mark IV headphones. So that's another small improvement from the previous model. The V1 processor brings connectivity improvements too, such as a more stable connection that's less prone to skipping or interference, but also has lower latency. Bluetooth is bumped up to the latest 5.2, and the range I could get from my devices was pretty good. But the biggest improvement I noticed was with videos and low latency, and the Mark IVs had no lag on Android or iOS, including with YouTube. Also new to the Mark IVs is Sony's LDAC codec, so you can now stream high-res wireless audio to the earbuds at much higher quality than the Mark IIIs can. This is great for the audiophiles among you, but I must say that I've always found the stability with LDAC to be temperamental, and I would really like to have seen aptX added here too. But given how low the latency is and how good these sound on Android anyway, it's perhaps not such a big deal. Importantly, we still don't have multipoint, so you can't connect to two devices at the same time, which remains one of the most popular features that Sony still don't offer with their earbuds. Another disappointment for me is that I could only use the right earbud on its own, even though Sony says online that you can use either, which is a shame to see in a pair of flagship 2021 earbuds. However, the Mark IVs do add Google's Fast Pair feature, giving both a seamless setup process on Android and also the option to locate or even ring your earbuds to help you find them. Something else PC users may be interested in is the Mark IV's new Swift Pair feature, making it easier to pair the earbuds with your Windows 10 laptop, desktop PC, or tablet. So those are a couple of really cool new features. And the final talking point is of course audio quality, and I'll start this off by saying what's changed and what's new with the Mark IVs. So there are new 6mm drivers with a 20% increase in magnet volume, which translates to an improvement with the bass and low end. The other changes are of course the new LDAC codec, which supports high-res wireless audio, and also the improved upscaling engine. And what all of this results in is superb audio quality. These are clearly one of the best sounding earbuds you can buy, balancing a deep and weighty low end with very crisp and clear vocals. The default sound is still geared towards consumers with an emphasis on the low end, but there's plenty of clarity and detail here that even audiophiles can appreciate. The instrument separation is particularly impressive, and there's a wide soundstage here that rivals the likes of Sennheiser. The sound quality isn't going to beat the Bowers & Wilkins PI7, which we reviewed last week. The PI7 offer greater clarity, sharper highs, and cleaner bass, and are simply the best sounding true wireless earbuds you can buy. But few earbuds can beat the Mark IV's impressive audio quality, and as long as these fit your ears well, I expect most people will be more than happy with how these sound. Now, as far as how the sound actually differs from the Mark IIIs, the new model offer a more defined low end that not only hits harder, but sounds cleaner too. Vocals and the treble sound a little more crisp, and they seem to offer a generally more refined sound, but I wouldn't say there's a huge difference if you were considering upgrading. The new Mark IVs are available in black or silver, and enter the market at $279 or £250, which when you consider the rest of the market, is actually fairly reasonable. Clearly, these are still incredibly expensive, but I'm not sure I could name a pair of earbuds that offer a more well-rounded and complete overall package. The Mark IVs tick pretty much every box for upgrades from the Mark IIIs, improving the design, ANC, and the battery life, and adding new features like water resistance, wireless charging, and LDAC. Multipoint stands out as a missing feature that could still improve the earbuds, but you can see from this list that the Mark IVs pretty comprehensively address the drawbacks of the previous model, and complete an extremely feature-rich and sophisticated pair of earbuds. There are more than a handful of great quality of life improvements here, so unless you find the Mark IIIs at a big discount, I definitely recommend you spend more for the new model. Sony's WF-1000XM4 aren't the best sounding, they don't have the best noise cancelling, nor the best battery life. But there's no one pair of earbuds that does all of these things better, and I think Sony's earbuds offer the best overall package and raise the bar for true wireless earbuds. So there you have it, Sony's new Mark IVs are the best true wireless earbuds you can buy. But do you agree with this, or think there's a better pair of earbuds out there? Let me know in the comments if you're buying a pair, or what your favourite true wireless earbuds are. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.